Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are from Group 4 Real Estate Law 1. Want to present about dilemma in real estate agent under theme ethical issues of real estate agent. Before we start, we want to introduce ourselves. My name is Iman Nur Ashraf bin Zulkifli as leader of this group, and my pleasure to introduce my group member. Firstly, Muhammad Mirza bin Ahmadun. Second, Lina Nabila binti Liman. Third, Kistina Nur Aisyah binti Faizal. Fourth, Azwani binti Azali. And lastly, Nur Nabiha binti Muhammad Mustafa Kamal.
The real estate industry is predominantly controlled by real estate agents, which they are engaged in promoting, negotiating and leasing properties due to the massive amount of money invested and the maximum projected return. However, because of the increased competition among real estate agents, professional real estate managers are currently faced with potential conflicting interests. This has forced them to question their core values and obligations as real estate managers, and they have to choose between meeting the needs of their client or their own desire. Who is a real estate agent? Real estate agent is a qualified individual who arrange real estate deals by bringing together buyers and sellers and advocating for them in negotiation. The amount of money a real estate agent makes depends on their ability to close deals because of commissions, which is frequently a portion of the purchase price of the property, which make up the majority of their pay. Almost all states require real estate agents to work for or to be affiliated with real estate brokers, which are either individuals or brokerage firms who are better qualified and hold higher levels of license.
Although licensed professionals must behave ethically to keep their license and prevent license revocation, this doesn't always occur. People frequently go to considerable measures to obtain as much money as they can when it's on the line. This can include compromising their morals or even breaking the law. This is especially true in the real estate industry when a sizable sum of money is on the line. Real estate brokers and sales associates work on commission, so they want to maximize the amount of money they receive from a sale. To do so, they often push the limits of what is ethical and what is not. This is especially true nowadays with the popularity of social media, as well as the financial issues associated with the coronavirus pandemic. On our next slide, we will talk about some of the biggest ethical issues facing real estate professionals in the current home market.
Okay, so the first point in dilemma in real estate agent is handling disclosure. Real estate professionals have disclosure obligation to their clients and other parties under state and federal legislation. Full disclosure gives the parties to a transaction all the information they need to access the property, make the decision on whether to proceed or refuse the sale, and bargain effectively. Professionals in real estate industry must be aware of the information that they must share with their clients and the other party, because this material covers risks, flaws, and other different elements. Property disclosure is one of the most contentious issues in real estate, or one of the biggest real estate disputes. But many agents hide property defects to avoid scaring off potential buyers. However, they must make disclosure within the scope of their license. If they are in doubt, disclosing is the best option. For example, let's say that there is a seller that want to sell their property. The seller asks for a real estate agent to become their representative if there is a buyer. An ethical real estate agent will probably bring full disclosure regarding the property that they are about to sell. But an unethical real estate agent will hide and keep quiet about the flaws of the property that they represent. So, what is going to happen if real estate agent does not provide or fails to make full disclosure? If real estate agent does not provide and fails to make disclosure, either the buyer or the seller may have a case to sue for the damage. It is because hiding or lying disclosure about property is very illegal. Only the unethical real estate agent will hide and keep quiet about the flaws of the property that they represent.
Offers. The bigger offer certainly offers more commission to a real estate agent, but the seller has the last say. The procedure may take longer with the greater offer several conditions. For example, whereas moving forward with the lower offer can be simple and quick. Realtors must present all offers in the most impartial manner feasible. They must also disclose any difficulties with confidentially to the seller and any buyers. An agent is required to present each and every offer they receive to the seller right away. Some agents believe they only need to present the seller with one offer at a time, in the sequence in which they receive them. Other agents think it is their duty to go through the offer and deliver the seller only the only one they deem to be the finest. Most of you probably think this is absurd, yet it happens frequently. The listing agent has a responsibility to present all offers to the sellers as soon as they are received. Once the offers have been presented to the sellers, the agent can go through each one with them and explain how they vary. But it is ultimately up to the sellers to choose which offer they wish to accept. And that choice can be based on whatever they deem significant. Some purchasers think that the sellers have an obligation to consider their offer, and that bids need to be considered in the order in which they were submitted. That is untrue. Sellers are free to accept or reject any offer, and they are not required to do so in any particular order or at all. Making sure the last party to agree to the contract delivers it back to the other side expressing acceptance is the last stage in the creation of a contract after the counters are finished and an agreement is signed. Usually, the issue arise at the final stage. Sometimes, generally after a home has been listed for longer than anticipated, numerous bids will come in as one. An agreement with a buyer is eventually achieved after frantic discussion. The listing agency has already informed the buyer's agent that the seller has accepted the buyer's most recent counteroffer and is getting ready to sign. After this, the listing agent will send the contract back. Usually, we have this conversation over the phone or over text. On the drive to the seller's home, the listing agent receives a second offer via email that has better terms, or the seller receives the new offer as she is putting her signature on the counteroffer. Alternatively, the counteroffer is signed and given to the buyer before the new offer is received. Since none of these circumstances resulted in the completion of a contract, the seller should accept the new offer. The listing agent should promptly deliver a formal rejection of the counteroffer signed by the seller to the first buyer's agent if the seller decides to work the second offer. The first offer must be appropriately rejected before the second may be discussed, and the seller must do so in writing. Agents need to keep in mind that only the parties may make a contract. A contract is not formed when you call or contact the other agency to inform them that your customers have accepted their condition. Similar to the last example, an agent's call or text rejecting an offer or counter offer is not a legal rejection. It should be quite simple to obtain your client's signatures on a written offer or rejection in the age of internet communication. Otherwise, your customers can find themselves in a situation where they have two enforceable contracts, which is worse.
Thirdly, other dilemma to real estate agent is use social media. Social media is an important tool for marketing group. We can promote our business in social media like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. It can attract many customers by using social media and share information about our property in photo or video. Social media is also a good platform to communicate with client because we can use direct messaging. Then, client can ask any related question about our property, and as a real estate agent, we can directly answer clients' question by social media. Fast responding can show a good attitude of the promoter. However, social media can lead to ethical problems such as spreading fake news. For example, a fake real estate agent may provide customers with misleading information about their property, such as post about luxurious house for a low price, but unfortunately the house is in poor condition. Other than that, other ethical issue is irresponsible agent. As an agent, the client information is must to keep in secret because it is our client privacy. But some agents do not keep their client information secure. So, there are a lot of ways to overcome this ethical issue in social media. Firstly, real estate agents should be honest in their career. They should prevent to cheat their client or give misleading statement. Last but not least, the other way is to obtain a certificate as a real estate agent, which is a license. This can give the client confidence in dealing with their agent to purchase property. To obtain a qualification, the person must first register a proprietary estate agent and should complete 2 years of post-practical training with registered real estate agent. Additionally, the agent must show details about their business in social media such as company name, certification, and contact info. So, a licensed agent will responsible to conduct their representative.
As a conclusion, real estate agents regularly face ethical dilemmas as they negotiate commercial land deals. They also often push the limits of what is ethical and what is not. Ethics are especially important in the activities of skilled or influential professionals because it protects consumers who depend on and trust them to handle transactions that the consumer may be unknowledgeable in. Thus, there are a lot of dilemmas in ethical issue of real estate agent, such as the dilemmas in handling disclosure, handling multiple offers, and the dilemma in use of social media.
That's all from us. Thank you.